Hi, this is Sana Shiraz. I am an embodiment coach for dating and relationship for strong and independent women and a course leader for therapeutic dances. We stay with the lovely topic of emotional reactivation. We learned so far a lot about that topic that is coming hand in hand with the body reactivation and body reactions of fight, flight, freeze. And that because of it's a lot about the body, this video will be about ways to regulate your reactivation with an embodiment practices. So we talked about really like the normal, the usual way your body activates your sympathetic nervous system in order to be in a fight or flight. About the freeze, I will talk a bit later. So I'm talking now about fight and flight. If you have recognized your reactions are usually in fight or flight, that means you're getting angry, you blame yourself for the other person. So it first seems like you've been in a fight reaction, or you feel like I'm scared, I'm anxious, I really wanna go away physically or mentally. So I usually when I'm getting stressed, I think, right? So you might say like I think about a fantasy or something else to distract myself. So that's also a typical flight reaction. Also in a more longer term, addictions, any kind, emotional eating, they're all types of flight reaction. If there is a fight or flight reaction, well, this is the typical body reactivations are that you getting ready for fight and flight, so to move. And this is coming a lot with higher heart rate so that your heart can pump the blood to your hands and legs into areas that is needed. And you have a shallow breath so then you can be like more in action. And you have tense muscles usually and less blood in your digestion system. All right. The regulation are all based on this body reactions. The regulations, topics, themes, and practices you can use could be exactly the opposite of this. And then if you would give through your body the signal to your brain, oh no, that's a false alarm, then it will calm itself down. So what are the regulations that you can use? You know one of them actually very well. You heard it probably everywhere. Deep breath, right? And you will say, oh, really? Everywhere, everybody say deep breath. But this one makes sense. Try to like really breathe very quickly. Very quickly. If you do it a quick breath, immediately you bring your heart rate higher and you're getting stressed. So the opposite, you can with that quick breath, you can reactivate your system to fight and flight. So deep breath does exactly the opposite and gives the signal to your brain, no, is everything okay? That's if he would be an animal here, I couldn't be able to do to breathe deeply. So deep breath are really one of the best, and the others are all around softening and relaxing your muscles. So, but that is dependent to where you uniquely usually tense your muscles once you are in your fight and flight reaction. So, and that needs like more observation. Maybe this week you can observe when you get emotionally reactivated, where in the body you get tense. I, for example, usually getting here, so, and in shoulders. So that the practice will be exactly doing the opposite. That means like we soften. If you are not, we soften the areas we usually tense. If you do not know exactly, like you cannot identify where in a body you're getting tense usually, you can just check the all suspicious areas and softening them all. And these are usually the whole face area. So you soften your forehead, the amount of muscles around your eyes and the jaw and your, no, exactly. You do not press your teeth together like your tongue softly, lips are softly touching each other, shoulders, and then as well belly. If you really relax all this, so you can be sure that your body is signalizing a neutral position and is not a danger position to your brain. All right. If you have specifically the fight reaction, this is really the more you loosen up, because you especially are very tense. You're ready to attack, right? So you really imagine that's just like everything is softened, is loosened up, is melting, is even like just going down. And if you can really like, you loosen up. Imagine water. Imagine you are water. So it's like you really do not have like edges. It's just like going and ooh, flowing. The opposite. Exactly the opposite. If you're a flight person, you have probably the urge to pull out. And that is also, beside that softening the muscle thing, you really need to feel connected to the earth, to your feet, to your weight, right? So that would be like the opposite of like, I want to run out, I'm in fear. So it's really get conscious about the weight and giving your weight to your chair or couch or to feet if you're standing, and really feeling yourself grounded. So I'm grounded, like, you know, the best would be sumo position, you know, like the sumo. If, really, if you have like few minutes to go and regulate yourself in a bathroom or somewhere, that's really a practice you do. And the fight people like just loosen up and like really getting soft. All right. Another one is, you know, when we are in fight or flight, we have a really like sharpen and really focused sight. Another way would be exactly the opposite. Try to open up and have your peripheral sight. For example, get conscious of the walls and the ceiling and the floor. So try to see them all, or to the horizon, you know, like stuff like really more peripheral. And the same, so really the opposite of really sharpened, focused sight and hearing, etc., is that bringing a lot of mindfulness to the practices. For example, you can try to find objects in the room with one particular color, or you can get your consciousness here to your what you hear to out there. It's not like to that ready to fight or flight. All right. This is dependent. I mean, which practice you choose is really dependent of course, what sounds, what is good for you. It feels good to you that you would practice it often. But it's of course is also dependent of what is really your own reaction. So it's very individual as well, and where you usually get intense. Regarding the freeze, if you have the freeze reaction sometimes, that is what we do exactly opposite. You know, like with a fight flight, we try to like loosen up, and right with the freeze, you want to bring more movement and energy to your body. So one thing would be like, it's very easy to do always, is like getting conscious about your toes and fingers and moving them as okay, here I am, and doing like this and getting like literally more warmth, and bringing the warmth for your body, or like feeling your body, touching your body. The best would be like shaking or tapping if you would have that few moments to go somewhere in a bathroom and stuff to regulate. And these are which will like feel really immediate once you get reactivated. All right. Sometimes the question is, well, let me immediate, saying, let's just say it's like that. With immediate regulation, you only, every time is the fire is coming up, you try like to put water on that. There are ways that you can make it more sustainable. And it doesn't mean you never get triggered anymore. That's not possible, as I said, like as a body reaction. But there are ways that you can work more sustainably on this emotional reactivation for a longer term and a better ways of regulate them. Stay tuned, I will tell you later.